We got a package from the brown people. Based on the address, it's from JayKay18. And since it was shipped via brown, brown people. So, I need to finish opening this, so I got all kinds of tools in here. I'm going to just pick the first one I see. Pair of pliers. Ah, why's it got to be so hard? Why? Maybe if I do this. You know the problem is, it's China. It's just China. So that looks like an interesting site. I'll have to visit that. So I got a letter. Let's see what the letter says. The letter from JayKay18. And he writes, last time I sent you stuff, you were appalled that there was no love letter. Yes, it was. So here's the love letter, complete with song, to the tune of, ironically, Mr. Sandman by the Chordettes. So he's got rolling TARDIS, fix up my stuff, bum 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 bum, got a screwdriver with a dead battery, caller ID box that needs attention, answering machine, no notification. In the box, please find the following: vacuum sealer. Ye ask, ye shall receive. So that's part of collateral. 3 AT&T caller ID boxes. I have included 1 power adapter. Panasonic answering machine with power adapter. Chicago electric screwdriver with power adapter. Discovery Channel store weather station with base and power adapter. Some China light up thing. For the caller ID boxes, I would like to have the following mods done, if any are possible. Backlit LCD. I'm thinking green would be the best color. Remove the solder relay that picks up line to check for voicemail. Change the red new call notification ED to some other color. I was thinking, if possible, blue, or better yet, a tricolor auto-changing RGB LED. For the answering machine, I would like a much brighter LED for the message waiting indicator. It is hard to see when I coming to the door. I understand part of this is due to design with the plastic overlay. An LED that sticks up through the plastic overlay would be okay too. Green, perhaps. For the electric screwdriver, it does not hold a charge for more than a day. And it never really did. It's China. And the stupid white LED light, which with yellow switch doesn't seem to work anymore. If the LED can be replaced or the switch fixed, that would be great. As for charging, perhaps a lithium battery mod. Yes, that is possible. I'm thinking not, as it is a 4.8 screwdriver. It is likely a 4 1.2 volt NiCads with a typical 18650, for example, is 3.6 volts. I am thinking 7.2 volts would blow it up. Otherwise, replacement NiCads would be good. Nah. Lithium's the way to go. I never got much use of it because it's always dead. As much of a piece of crap as it is. For the weather station, the display is very dim and very hard to read. I have a feeling the backlit LEDs have failed due to power on hours. This is used to sit on my desk, plugged in for years. There is also a white wire pulled off the boards inside when I opened it. I have no idea where it went. If you can find where it went and resolder it, so much the better. For the China light up thing, they sent that to me, and the micro USB on the back of it was knackered when I got it. I had to use something to hold the plug in a certain way for the video. When I emailed China about it, they wouldn't replace it, and they said, we'll take care of you the next time. Oh, oh, sorry about you luck, big fat American. We got you. Do. Obviously, there hasn't been a next time. It's also got a clock, but since it's since it runs on two AA, AAA batteries. When you plugged in, and besides when you're plugging in USB anyway. Possible to make the clock off of a run USB with potentially a keep alive battery such as a CR2032 when disconnected. We'll work things out over email as far as what can be done. Thanks in advance, JayKay18. Wow, that's a lot to do. So, let's see what he got. What did he brought me? What did he bring me? So, first thing on the top of the box. What do we got? Oh, we got this must be the little Chinese light up thing. I think I've seen this video with this little thingy. This acrylic. Kind of like my lighted sign, my call letter sign. So this is one of them little doohickeys where it's dual power. So it runs off of batteries, or you can run it off of USB. And the USB, it looks like a micro. USB micros suck. So there's a little port. So it's apparently knackered. So we'll see if we can plug anything in. Make it do something. Probably not. We got power on? No, of course not. Because you're brilliant. Okay. Completely dead. So if you jiggle it, you can make it work. I think you can see that. If I get it just right. You can see it flickering in there. Probably got ripped off the board. Kind of like the same scenario that happened to this little USB tester that broke off the board. I resoldered it. We'll put a different cord on it if we have to, or plug, so we can take it apart. So one of the deals, you know, dual AAA, but we all know if you're going to leave this on 24/7 that there ain't no way in hell that a couple little AAA batteries is going to make it run for very long. Especially with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 LEDs on the bottom of this thing. And they're red too, so they're not going to draw that much, but draw enough for it to wear down batteries very quickly. So that should be an easy fix. Got the little display on the front. So we'll fix that. That's not a problem. Got the little destruction manual. How to pull your hair out of your head. And so you get that out of the way. What we got in the bag? What we got in the bag? We got that thing. And we got a wall wart. And we got a base. What we got? What we got? What we got? This is the GE lighting. Apparently the tag does not say what it's supposed to be. This must be the little weather station. with the knackered display and backlight. So this is one of the guys. It's also a battery-powered little bugger. So I guess that sticks in there like shoe, and plug it in. Yep, definitely dim as fuck. I gotta turn the ring light off so you can see it. You barely see it. Oh yeah, that looks fantastic when you're looking at a steep angle. But so that's a little knackered. So this is the WeatherTech TX 4000C. Gives the time, the date, indoor temperature, indoor humidity, with a pretty little bar graph and stuff like that, and the time and the date. And it looks like it has the time zone, so this one's still remembers in New York City. So that's convenient. So it's a little 4.5 volts at 500 milliamps. So we'll crack that open, see what we can do for the LEDs. So we'll move that out of the way. And what else we get? Whee! This is his little screwdriver. His little Chicago Electric. That doesn't hold the charge. So what do we got? We got 6 volts, 300 milliamps. So that has a potential of being converted into lithium powered. We'll have to take him apart and see what he does. There's a little doohickey, the little dongle. Plug it in, and a little LED comes on and says, "Hi, I'm charging." Oh, help me! Oh, I should be in the dumpster. I'm here in the lab. Uh-oh. 4.8, 180 RPM. Probably made in China. Of course. So we'll make Mr. Wang mad and take his design and make it better. We'll make it better again. So we got that little project, and let's see what else we got. So these are his little caller ID boxes. So these little guys, he wants to place them all over the house so he can just, you know, do one of these things. Oh, it's Joe. Oh, it's whoever. So these little guys are caller ID, and he got a little display on them. And problem with these guys is they got a little relay in them that picks up when the phone rings. Check for voicemail and stuff like that. So you like to have that removed. And see what I can do to see if I can make the displays backlit. So what do these guys run off of? 9 volts, okay. Okay, the display lights up, new call, blah, blah, blah. So we'll follow his instructions on what he would like to have for these. Caller ID. That display is a little knackered. That one's in good shape. That one's in good shape. So, them are them little doohickeys. So, backlit display. Take the relay out. There should be a relay in there. Pop out. Get rid of it. And then we got this little bugger. This is his little answering machine. Another 9-volt bugger. So apparently there's a little LED on there that he cannot see. And he wants a obnoxious bright LED so you can see, I got a message. And there's a speaker in there that needs to be reset in there. Because this little fur babies knocked it off a couple of times. So here's the little LED that he would like to have something obnoxious shining through it. So that looks like a could be a surface mount under there, could be a regular through hole. And he says he doesn't mind if something pokes through. So we can make that happen and fix the rattlies. That's an easy fix. And then since we were in communications, and in part of a little bartering, I says, you got any food savers or vacuum sealing systems that you want to give away for a little bartering? And this is what he gave me. Because I am in the market for a vacuum sealer. So I can vacuum seal some nicely fresh cut steaks to preserve in the freezer, because we buy the whole loin now from our local meat market, because it's cheaper to chop up your own New York steak strips out of a loin. So we got a little bottle sucker here, so that's perfect, because I do have these things with the adapter that you can vacuum seal mason jars. So that's a plus for me. Then we get the power cord, and then you get a sample of baggies and the destruction manual. So we'll take it out of the box. Here it is, the Kenray. I think that's the way it's saying. And it's just like any vacuum sealer, blah, blah, blah. You got your vacuum chamber in there. And then you got your heating strip and stuff like that. And of course, it gives you a little warning label that says, hey, dummy, don't try to vacuum seal bags of water or very juicy meats and stuff like that, because you'll damage the pump. So this will be my third one, because I've used to use these quite often for vacuum sealing freshly caught fish and stuff like that. And of course, over time they wear out and stuff like that, so you can get another one. So I haven't fished in many, many years, so there was really no need to for me to get another vacuum sealer for whatever reason. So I says, don't really need one. So now that we do the meat thing now, says, you know what? Need a vacuum sealer, because you can get them freezer bags and stick the meat in there and try to, press out as much air and stuff like that, but you always get that little bit of freezer burn and stuff like that, and it's kind of annoying. So we got a nice machine here. So there'll be a series of videos here on modifying and fixing and doing whatever mayhem in this crazy laboratory wackiness in here. So be sure to subscribe and comment and rate and like and subscribe, or don't. I don't care. So stay tuned for a whole series of videos. So that's it for this video. We'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.